Konnichiwa. Yeah, I am back from Japan. I've actually been back for a few days. But a little traveller's con, just was taking it easy as I readjusted to real life. Oh, would help if I had microphone on. So I started with Konnichiwa. And, oh, we have a tangle. And one of my favourite things to do when I get back from a trip is to just extend it a little by continuing in my journal. I actually have a workshop dedicated to this. I start the trip before I go by deciding what journal or what I'm going to take with me and pre-prepare it a little. And then sometimes when you're actually traveling, it's quite hard to do art. If you follow me on my Instagram, you can see where I managed to do that. But walking around, like we did a lot of walking, and every gram in the bag counts at the end of the day. And anyway, I'm going to show you what I actually did do and how I like to continue on after. I didn't have any long travel trips in the trip, so there really just was no chance for me to, very few chances to do much journaling. Anyway, I had an incredible time, and journaling would have cut into the beverages and snacks, and I know that we couldn't have that. So, hey, Enchanted Dreams and Jenny and Julianne, Sarah, it's nice to see you all. Okay, so let's get on with this and see what happens, right? I'm going to put on to my art here. And I've also got a whole bunch of stuff that I've collected up. So doing my videos, I think sometimes, like when I show things, I think people might think I've bought everything that I'm looking at with the camera. No, I couldn't fit all of that stuff in my bag. Also, I bought all that stuff last time. I bought literally everything last time. But one of the joys, I don't know if it's something I would recommend doing, but certainly a joy for me was I took my glass pen with me, or one of my glass pens. This is the Tento Mushi glass take a dip pen. It's got the sparkling glass in here. It's got the cherry blossoms and the little ladybirds on it. It's just so beautifully balanced. Beautiful. Everything's handmade, of course. So I took it along in its little box so that I could film it in the cherry blossoms and launch it while I was there. I took some of the neon tattoo pink, and I also bought, oh, I don't know where I've put it though, a little sakura, which is the name for cherry blossom in Japanese, little ink while I was there, and I used that a fair bit. So I took this, and I have no order or plan at the moment, so we'll just wing what's happening. And I bought some of this is a fan holder. So this has got tombow or dragonfly on it, and it's a Japanese motif. It's sort of a velvety material. It's not really padded. So it's not really strong enough completely, but I think if I put some cardboard there, maybe a little bit of foam, I could use that. Or this was a slightly fancier one. I've got a little bit of cardboard in the bottom. Oh, I've just put it in something wet already. And this has got little, maybe they're lemons, but I like to think that they are little Japanese yuzu fruit, which is a cross between a lime and a mandarin, something I discovered when I was there. In fact, where's my little perfume? This is the little flavour. It's sort of like this more rounded little creature. And it's just the most beautiful, delicate flavour, and you find it in drinks. That's where I first discovered it. As perfume, as skincare, and just everywhere I went where I saw this was an ingredient, I added it to my cart, hence the little lemons on here. And then I've got a little holder for my glass pen. Anyway, I think it's the cutest thing on the planet, and thought I would share her with it. But when I wouldn't usually travel with a glass dip pen because it's glass, and you know they are delicate, but because I did buy a few inks, which I'll show you, it was just gorgeous drawing with it. So although I wouldn't usually do it, I wonder if I would do it again. I'm not sure, but I really did love it. One of the other things that I picked up on my travels was, and we were visiting lots of temples and shrines, they look red in photos, but that's because usually, you know, on cameras the colours are heightened. Also, if they're surrounded by greens especially, or blues, the colour is heightened, so they don't look orange. It looks redder, but in real life it looks more orange than it appears in photographs. And it's this red I found in a store, and it's called Enlightened Red. We Google lensed it, Google translated it. Oh, actually I've got it here. It's just one of the favourite things. I just love the whole ink bottle. But it's a dip pen ink or calligraphy ink. This one's got really nice flow. So maybe I'll do another little, it's like the little temple. And some temple gates are redder or more orange than others. And maybe the colour fades, but it's such a particular colour. Oh, I love it. So, And this was another ink that I picked up from the same place. This was in Kyoto. It was the kanji, the symbols. Yeah, kanji. I think that's the word, yes. And it was a museum. We didn't go into the museum, but it had a gift store that was very, very nice. And they had, I didn't see these inks anywhere else. And this is called Love Bokyuju. And it's a metallic pink. Again, it's this same, I can't even read what brand it is because, oh, this is KMI. I would suggest this is only in Japan. And this one is a metallic pink ink. And can you see? Gorgeous. So that was a bit of an unusual supply, but because I wanted to do photographs of it, I did take it out with me a few times and use it here and there, and absolutely enjoyed it every time I did that. So I might even add some of this orange in here, even though it's not really in keeping with this page, but I like playing with the ink. I might add a bit of this red to the lips. And looking back at the pages, just absolutely, oh, I have to show you something that's so beautiful here. I'll just change the camera. I've got this little vase that's a little nudie bum lady. And I just washed out it just looks so pretty. Well, it did. Now she just looks like little Fanta legs, but I don't know if that's going to work out as a water brush, but it's certainly very cute. And I'm partial to a little bit of visual cuteness. But the main thing that I used was this little journal. Sometimes when I was traveling a lot, I have this very slim little notebook, really, but sometimes I'd just have this to catch thoughts, write stamps if I don't have other papers, because everywhere you go, well, not everywhere, but in train stations and in some temples, some places, they have a free stamp. And some stamps in temples you pay for, and I'll show you that sort. So that's this type of journal is called a Goshuin-cho. And I went and made one as a little workshop. Oh, I don't need that with me right there. I'll just move that out of the way. And I made this one in a little workshop. It's on my Instagram if you wanted to check it out. But all of the temples, so Goshuin-cho, it means temple stamp book. And you can, it's usually between $3 and $5 Australian dollars. It's a nice way to support the work of the shrine so they can keep it beautiful, or temple. And you have the calligraphy, it's got the date, and I actually don't even really know what that exactly says, but it's the name of the temple, and there are these different stamps. Some of the temples have stamps that have significance, a visual significance to the temple or shrine itself, and some don't. So this particular one was famous for the pigeons. They welcomed the pigeons, and it had lots of flowers, and that was the stamp she used. But this was the free stamp that they had in the same building. So you do this one yourself, and this is the one that you can pay for. And it's a real, I think it's a growing trend. There were lots of foreigners doing it. And on my Instagram, if you want to have a look, I came across a man, or met a man in the queue. The queues are usually pretty short. And he had visited the same temples hundreds of times, and had, the pages were red with the same stamps over each one. And then he would also have the other little free stamp if there was one on the other page. It was incredible to see. It was so cool. But this is, you know, has this accordion style paper. You can also go along and they can put the information on a loose leaf of paper, and then you can stick it in your book later, so you don't have to carry everything around all the time. But if you're a mixed media person like myself, the paper that is in these, the washi paper, it bleeds. So this is with the stamps, and the stamp doesn't get a sharp impression like this. The paper itself, I really want to remake my own ones, because the paper just doesn't, it's not nice for watercolour, and it's just, in my personal opinion, for my personal work. But I just love the feeling of it, and the whole thing, how you can use the back and the front, this thing, adore it. So I've collected up quite a few over time, and this is with layer cake, but it's just, the paper is odd. This I've pre-prepared with watercolour gesso. And I just find that nicer. You can also buy this type of little book in, and this one is from the temple. This was from a particular temple in Kyoto when I went there the first time. And it would feel a little bit strange to do art journaling in it, because it is from the temple. Not that Buddha or whoever you are, the gods are for that place, would mind terribly much. I think they'd just be happy that you were there and trying to be a good person. But that one I would keep just to have, you know, I might put all of my the pages from the little temples and shrines in this one. And a lot of people then put a photograph or a postcard or something of it next to it, so you've got like a little memory. And then these ones I've just bought from stores, and they're just super cute. This sort of wooden thing is similar. It's actually a little mask, but it's similar to you can buy these little wooden things at the temples, and you can write your wishes or prayers. And sometimes they're a shape that's got something to do with the temple or the shrine, and you leave them there. You don't take them home, even though they're very cute. But this one is a purchased thing with the elastic, so it actually works as a nice little bind. So I've got my little fox, I've actually got a little geisha girl somewhere as well that, yeah, adore. So that, the little book bag usually is there for sale sometimes, or it might even come in a little book bag, just depends where you get it from. And by book bag, I mean a cute little washi packet. So I'll just pop them down there. And what I've got around my one is one of my journal jackets that I've just cut down to fit it, so that it doesn't do this in the middle of me getting too excited and whirling around in the cherry blossoms or whatever else it is that I'm doing. I did an inhale so hard looking at the cherry blossoms at one point that I nearly choked to death as I sucked in the falling cherry blossoms. It was very funny, but for a second there, I thought I might have had my last breath. So before I went, I prepared the paper, and I've got videos of that with watercolor gesso and my gessos, so that I know that the paper that I'm working on, I just know I'm trusting it more and I can do more with it. Some of the places I've left it as this washi type paper, but it's quite absorbent. It's not as bad as toilet paper, but it's not far off that, which will be fine if you're just using ballpoint pen and just this type of ink perhaps, but no, not for me. So that little cover just helps keep things together. I can also store little bits and pieces, papers, and I can put washi tape and use that, excuse me, to help stick things in the book. So this is where I kind of got up to, stamping things. I ended up, I wanted to put in all the different, I couldn't fit all the different food in, but just some of the food. This is in Osaka, where they have the octopus balls. So the funny thing is, when I did the page, I used this stamp just because I like the look more of it, of the stamp. This is what, all of these are my stamps. The pages are plain and I've added stuff. And then it just ended up the food. And of course, one of the famous things is octopus balls, not the testicles. It's got like it's like a little tiny omelette with octopus in it. And yeah, just really kind of, and then I've just started collecting up stickers, and I'll keep working. I will fill all this up. This is from a temple. I stood there and drew while I was these massive statues, and it was crowded, like bumper to bumper with groups. And I struggle with that kind of crowding. It's a lot. So I just stood off to one side and just gathered myself by sketching one of these huge, strong gods. But the reason I sketched this one is he was holding a scroll in one hand and a paintbrush in the other. So he must have been maybe a calligrapher. And it appealed to me greatly because he was a great big, huge, enormous, muscly god with flowing robes. And he had his paintbrush and he was ready to journal and write down the beauty. So it was good. It was just nice to gather my thoughts for a couple of seconds. I'll just try and bring that down a little. Again, these are some of my stamps. This is Magic Within, and this is from the latest stamp set. I added lots of the little stamped pens and the glass pens. I love this stamp set so flippin' much. Where is she? Oh, I've put her over there. But, Yamo, the diddle. This is all from the new stamp set. This was Zorro and Poppy from the stamp set. We'll get to that in a second because that was another serendipitous thing. So before the trip, you don't really know what it is you're going to be looking at, and it's just interesting how things work out. So this was at our little guest house that we were staying at. We had the whole little house, had a little garden, and I just sat there one morning early and sketched with the glass dip pen and that neon pink ink on the gold, and discovered that tattoo ink, neon pink ink on gold with a glass dip pen, one of my favourite things on the planet, and just drew some cherry blossoms. And I had a cat that would come and stare at me, who we named Emperor Meowgi, and he thought it was very interesting. And I'll add more to this, but I don't know what yet. This was collecting up a couple of stamps. This was a little fairy. Now she's a happy little geisha or a daiko. because she's got the hair up and the waterfall. Oh no, they have the butterfly, whatever, there's rules that I'm not fully privy to, and we'll just say geisha. And yeah, so she has turned into this, and I actually was playing around with this ink. I had friends visiting yesterday and we were playing around with the Enlightened Red, and this will keep evolving over time. I've got paint here. Sketching in Nara. Again, I have this on Instagram. I had the most incredible experience sitting just quietly, and crowds, deers everywhere, feeding the crackers. I've got my little Nara cup. I don't know if you can see that, Nara with all the little deers. It's just one of the most beautiful, magical experiences. I've been there twice now. It's an easy day trip. It's a cute little trip on the train. Heaven. I had one of the best foods of my life there, and I can't wait to go back. Sitting there with the little doe, and lots of animals eat the sakura blossoms, the cherry blossoms. So you see bees and insects and birds eating them in the tree, and then once they fall, I saw ducks eating them, I saw pigeons eating them, and the deer. And this little deer, she was very smart. It was a little puddle of water there, clear water, and there were petals everywhere, and she was using the water to help her scoop it up. So she was having sakura soup. She's a smart little doe, and I just sat there trying to draw her as she was moving everywhere. I'm not saying I did a fantastic job or anything like that, but and these were some little stamps from the train station, and I can't even remember where. Maybe I can't even remember. But it's just got this cute little mascot for Nara, and these stamps here are from one of my collections that I had, so I added them in before. I had 2 stamps here that I added in, plus some little gessos, drawing at Nara actually, and then just finishing. And my friend bought me, when we had made our books, she bought me one of these little pens, and I think I buy one of these every time I go. She's a fan. I think I have quite a few. They've got the beautiful little fabrics, the little papers on them, and it's a brush pen with actual individual hairs. And so I've got that one. I've also got a neon one hanging around. So she bought me this because it sort of matched my little journal that I made, and it's just so lovely. Yes, and the power of a pen given. Is that greater? I don't know. So these little girls are evolving. She's got her tree head. She is a little geisha, enjoying the sakuras. This makes me think of the bridge. So I did a little bit more drawing under that bridge. I think that was on the video. And added this colour. Oh, and again, the neon pink ink over the top of the gesso. It's quite subtle, but I just love neon pink. Full stop. Here's that glass pen again, just with the ink. And I stamped all this is from my new stamp sets. This, again, like I said before. I put Zorro and gesso in, Zorro and popcorn in here. And one of the temples or shrines we walk past, I get a bit mixed up with which one's a temple, which one's a shrine, and there's no sign, but a place of worship, let's say, and they're always beautiful. And it's just in the middle of a suburb or middle of other buildings, and then there's this, they always look ancient. I don't know how old they necessarily always are. There's usually a beautiful cherry blossoms or beautiful trees there. And this particular one was dedicated to pets, cats, dogs, rabbits, birds. So you could go and do any prayer, but the specialty of this particular one was pets. So my little Zorro has to have an operation soon, so I could have even though it's not my religion, I'm not a Shintoism person, it doesn't mean you can't appreciate it. And I just absolutely felt I know magic's the wrong word, but I mean it as in that elevated experience of something greater than you are, and following that tradition. So you make your donation, you can ring the bell, you can clap your hands, you can bow to the God that is in residence there, and you can make your wish. And even if it's just setting that intention or pulling that thing that's in your heart out, it's a nice thing to do. And so, yeah, I just love that. So this was actually, and there's always little amulets, little things, little shop there kind of thing that you can buy. And all of that money goes to support keeping the shrine beautiful. And that was the cute little stamp. I also got one of the Goshuin-cho sheets, you know, collecting up little bits and pieces. This is from another train station. I love looking for the stamps while I'm there. This is some of my own stuff. And then, that was the pen audition. So actually, the pens that I ended up using were Dr. Inks, and I swapped these out. Oh, didn't use that. Don't even know where that came from. Oh, maybe from the passport, like filling all that stuff in at the end. The new Pixel pens. So because I took all of the colours, and I just would swap different colours that I might use. I ended up using one white pen, the thinnest, lightest one, because I had to carry these all day. I have to take neon pink with me everywhere I go. It's just impossible, and you have to have a black pen. So I dipped in and out of this, but this is mainly what I used. Usually I would take one of my brush pens, but because I had this one, I often had that one with me, and I hardly touched my watercolours and lacquers. I just didn't have time. Usually I do use those. Do you know why? Because if we've got a longer journey, Angus usually has a nap. Oh, I can't get that lid off. I need a bit of help with that. And then I just sit there doing my own thing. But because I went travelling with my one of my best friends, we just talked and laughed all the time, and we were always eating little snacks that we'd bought. So, yeah, just meant that I didn't have that time. Oh, I suppose I don't need to put that in there, but that is basically, I could have just taken those, but then I would have felt like maybe I needed the others, but whatever. So this is just some of the other, that's my favourite stamp, I think, of the whole place, with the little geisha. That was one of the train stations right there. Oh no, I love that. I don't know what it says, but it was from Nara. See this nice little pen? I didn't even end up. This was a little bit of the layer cake. Just see if this pen, oh, it runs a little bit dry very quickly. It's better at the end of things. Okay, no, let's use, oh. Well, seeing as I'm home, I can use whatever I want. I might have a quick look at comments, because I've been gas bagging the whole time. Oh, and I had that one, I took silk stockings in the water brush. I think I've got another one in there. No leaking at all. Totally forgot. Usually I wrap them in a little bit of tissue paper, because they, you know, anything liquidy can, expand and leak a little bit when you're travelling. That one's okay too. So yes, I have to, so I took just a couple of tippy toes, but I've got my Pixel pens and my Dr. Inks, and I can't even tell you how happy I am with my life. Just from having nice pens around me. Just gives me more joy than it probably should. But, you know, it is what it is. Gosh, it's the first little face I've probably drawn in a week. 2 weeks, however long I was away. Not long enough. Oh, gosh. So anyway, I'm going to have a quick look at comments just to see what, if there's anything I can add. Oh, Debbie's in Bryce Canyon. How divine. I think I've been there. Bryce Canyon, yeah. In Utah or Arizona? Utah? America's so beautiful, that especially that part of the country. So what I've got in here, this is Soft Focus, which is one of the new Skinny Dip inks. It's a really, really light colour, and you need these kinds of colours for skin tones. And I just love letting things build up. And I'm wiping off, I've got fibres coming up off that paper. I've got pigment coming up off this watercolour and layer cake. So I'm just cleaning it as I go. Why she's not smiling, I don't know. I think she just missed out on something. And what I discovered is that I'd kept a lot of things off Instagram and YouTube, like watching videos of places to eat, things to look out for, that sort of thing. And all of those things are absolutely bombed out with tourists. Just absolutely queues, the whole thing. And that's fine. They're worth it, no doubt. But honestly, if you just walk, just anything I saw recommended on social media, you couldn't book in. They were absolutely booked out for eternal days. And honestly, if you just walk another step, you will find something just as good, because everything's good. In my experience, anyway. Other people might not agree with that, but there was a place called Panel, which is famous for the fluffy pancakes that wobble, and I wanted to go there so bad. The queue, no, we couldn't spend that much time waiting. And then we found another place that had them. Oh, I don't even know if something could be better than that. So, I mean, how could it be any better? So we had our fluffy experience just randomly. So I wouldn't, I don't know if that's true for every place on the planet. That certainly is true in Kyoto. Don't think I've had a bad meal there. Yeah, there are things that you like better than others. But in the top of a shopping centre called Yodobashi, which is like a department store, we had, it's like a cabbage cooked on, I think there was egg involved, cooked on a hot plate that's at your table. It's at the top of a department store. There was like 50 little restaurants, a bit of an elevated food court, I suppose you would say, and it was just extraordinary. I had the biggest drink I've ever had in my life. Like it was a ginger ale or something. Like it wasn't an alcoholic. If it was an alcoholic drink, I'd have been rolling down the stairs. It was just so... everything was just so good. But I'm a fan, obviously, of everything there. Oh, so I can actually put all my little treasures away. So, although I didn't take these with me, I'm going to use them as they are now. So I've got some of my pebble pigments that I've made into watercolours, and I've put it into one of my little tins. And I took this with me. Usually I always use my little layer cakes. I just didn't have time. Well, I'll use them now. This is from one of my stamps here. But what I've also got, hey Penny, happy birthday! Yeah, random's good. Corin says, you always pick the best colour combinations. Oh, I try. Oh, Julie said she enjoyed the Instagrams from Japan. Oh, I'm so glad I've enjoyed putting them together. They always take quite a while. But it meant that all of the thousands of little videos that I took were justified. So this was a cute little bag. There's a lot of hand printed fabrics and things in Kyoto. Remember that, Milky. These, they're like condensed milk candies. I can't even describe. I bought a packet back and it's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to go over there and get some. It's just a little flyer that I've collected as I was going around. Sorry, I'm just having a little look. This is from a little tourism book. How cute is that? Oh, darling. Oh, this is from a pen store to I don't know, test pens. I don't speak Japanese, so I'll have to Google lens that. Oh, this is a cute little leaflet advertising a pen, and it has little tips for Japan in different languages. Oh, this is an ink collection. Oh, I think these are French inks. Some cute little cards, little geishas. Oh, these are cute little, I think I've got one open later. Oh, we went to a museum of woodcuts and stamps. So wood stamps from the Edo period, where these were all from the opera. So it was quite a specific collection and museum in Osaka. And I just had some little colouring sheets. I'm just going through like this. I know I've got stickers in here somewhere. So this is some extra stamps that I did from one of the temples, and taking these little fine papers around with you is a great idea, because then you can stamp them on there and put them back in another book, and if you stuff it up you can just re-stamp it. Obviously there's a fair bit of stuffing up, but there was an incredible exhibition there by Takashi Murakami, who's probably one of the most famous artists on the planet, sponsored by Louis Vuitton and all the airlines and hotels. So it was a major exhibition in an incredible art museum, and it was absolutely fantastic. So this, just like, you exit through the gift shop, of course. So I'm going to have to use that somewhere. I might use this little guy in my journal, so I'm just going to put him there. This was a flyer for an exhibition that was coming up about fragrance. Look at the people all crying, looking at the nose. Like they're all panicking because they can't get close enough to the smells. I just think that is so funny. Oh, they've got bad smells, good smells. Ew, I don't want to smell the bad smells. Thank you. Oh, that's just the packet. Oh, this was what I was talking about sometimes from the different temples. So you pay and they sometimes write it, sometimes they've already got it written out. Oh, that was the really good food we had. Oh, that was so good. If I don't have the little doodly-doo with it, I won't even remember where I had that. But this is from Kiyomizu Temple. Thank goodness I've got that there. And it's like a little donation, so this must be a Buddhist temple. Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples, okay, but sometimes they both seem to have the Goshuin-cho, so I think that's with both. So that was from one place. Gosh, this is another one. Oh, and this was the actual ticket to it. So it was like the red stamp book. Oh, the Golden Temple. Oh, this was, I mean, it doesn't even look real. And honestly, this is underselling it. This is underselling it. It was an experience. But this is the ticket for it. How cute. And it matches. And then they were saying the temple closed and you had to rush to get, the Goshuin-cho stamp place was closing, so I just had to hot foot it. Otherwise it would have probably still be there staring at the Golden Temple. I have them both in here. That does not look correct, but that one matches that one. So I don't know what that one's for. If it's just sometimes it's a mystery. That's from the pet shrine. Oh, that was the museum. So these sorts of things I should be putting in my book. This is a sticker I'm fat. I'm not fat, unfortunately. Oh, little cats. Oh, these are cute little hand-screened or hand-stamped postcards. And I could have bought 1 trillion of them. But where would I put them all? But I've got a plan for those. Cute mermaid things. Okay, and now I'm getting to, I collect stickers that are to do with art supplies, so they go in my collection. But this is what I'm kind of looking for. This is little food stamps. I'm going to use those. I'm looking for these little geishas. I'll stick those in that journal. And then this is a sakura map, which you didn't really need because sakura were everywhere and it didn't matter. Oh, they're cute stickers in here too. Sort of old-fashioned looking little ones. Oh, that was that little postcard. How cute's that? I'm dying. I need to put that back in there. So what I need to do is sort of organise all of this stuff and work out how I might use it. Like, do I need to move into a bigger journal? Am I going to sort of jam them into this particular little journal? This is more, oh, this is one of the most beautiful experiences. So these were stamps from that museum I was talking about. And this was from a little temple we walked on into just accidentally. And it was covered with moss. It was just magical. So seeing that, even though it's got nothing to do with what we saw, it was just, it reminds me exactly of everything. Oh, that's Godzilla's. I just love that illustration. And I feel bad. Oh, that was that place. Oh, I've got to stick these in. Okay. This is from another temple. Look at this one. This is for the Spring Festival. So it's got the colour on this page, and then this is all die cut, laser cut for the spring festival. This is in Kyoto. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's even got a cute little holder. So that one would have been a bit more expensive. And just depends. Oh, there were the other stickers, little Mount Fuji's. I just love Mount Fuji. This is the knife shop I went to. Kept the bloomin' paper for that. Oh, this is the cute little kimono workshop we went to. Oh, yum. Oh, gyoza. Might put that on my food page. Oh, yay. I kept these all together. This is Nara. Monkey Forest ticket. Oh, this garden. Oh, so cute. How cute that they have it like this. I hope you can meet Buddha here today. Oh, I just did so many good things. Now, wish I'd written on the bag of everyone. Does it matter? I don't know. And this was the artist that we did the kimono workshop with. If that doesn't make sense, it's in my Instagram. So I really need to go through all that little ephemeras and organise it. Or I can just sort of start plopping things in willy-nilly and just extending my drip. So I know, because Osaka was at the beginning. See, maybe I should, like, these are my gyoza. And it's not chronological in any way. It's random. But this was one of the oldest gyoza. They called them the most world famous gyoza. I had a fabulous view. So do I keep it in here? Like, do I need to have those octopus tentacles there? Maybe not. Like, could I keep... Do I need to have all the gyoza? Can this cover up my little wobbly food? These are the decisions I need to make. And I've got some cute washi from there. Just excuse me while I grab it. Russell, Russell. Oh, that's for my mum. I'm going to have to use it soon. Oh, I've got orange. Oh, I was looking for this white one with the dots, and I got this. So the challenge for me is to not buy every washi tape. I did pretty well. Oh, that's glue. I might keep that to use it. So cute. Yeah, so I've got tons of other little, not tons, but a lot. See, this looks, how perfect is that? Oh, no, don't rip. So this is hand printed in Kyoto. It's the same people that make this cute little bag stuff. Kirsten and I end up collecting all those little pouches, many as we could get our hands on. Hey Cheryl, how you going? I know that laser cut's just next level, isn't it? Yeah, everything's just... Penny says I was crazy for keeping like stuff like this. No, it's only crazy if you don't use it and never look at it again and you've carried it all the way back. I don't know if crazy is the right word either. I'm only talking for myself, right? But if I enjoy it, and I'm actually enjoying this process of actually sticking it in the whole shebang, it's not crazy at all. It's part of the entire experience. So I'm going to pop this here. If I do it like that, you won't even know that it's been torn. It might cause a little bit of a confabulation as it turns, but that'll look quite pretty, just that little bit of orange there. I mean, it's a mess anyway, so who cares? And then I've got my little, if anyone needs a recommendation for gyoza in Osaka, I'm your girl. I can, without the journal, and I can tell you, look, it's got the addresses and everything. Look, I'm a travel influencer now because, you know, remembered. The thing is, you can't get good bad food in Japan, I don't think. It's quite difficult to find that. And I've got this I Love Osaka sticker. That's my only Osaka page. Osaka, we were only there for a couple of days. It was, oh, see now this doesn't matchy-poo, but I do want to use my sticker up. This is Osaka. I got that in Osaka. This is kind of Osaka, okay? But this is a Nara. This is one of the things I don't like about this paper. You can't peel anything off it. That once you've stuck something down, it lifts. But see, I can put a little bit of I Love Osaka here. And that would look quite cool. And this little sticker I found, it was on a street lamp. Literally did none of the, oh no, I did go and stand in front of that. It's sort of a, I might even put that under, oh, but it says I Love, yeah, so I've got a bit of an overlapping, I've got a bit of a theme happening now. Cool. I just have to up there like that. And just because I'm just digging this tape so flippin' much, this hand-printed paper. I'm just going to pop it, because I've got this orange, again from this. I'm just going to pop this somewhere too, just to jazz it, just jazz things up. We might even do this. Catch that down so it's not flapping around. I might open this one up too, because I'm a little bit partial to a bit of neon red as well as neon pink. Didn't see Mount Fuji, so technically not relevant to this trip, but it's Japan, and Mount Fuji is sort of like the navel, the soul spot of Japan. I just love it. When you go from Kyoto to Tokyo, you go past Mount Fuji, even if you don't get out and have a bit of a look around. Oh, I just like using up the little bits and pieces that look cool. It would look cool on here too. Oh, just makes it junky. Just says I'm not being serious, I'm playing around. I'm just putting washi tape wherever I feel like. Yeah, so with this I can sort of relive piece together my little memories of things that I've had, times that I've had. See, this, although we didn't do, I wonder why I didn't buy any cherry blossom stickers. That's a bit crazy, Jane, what you doing? But don't you think she needs a little bit of gold? Mount Fuji. Do we want a little? Oh, look like she's whispering. Oh, a little wish, a little Mount Fuji wish. And she might have then another one. These might be floating. A little baby Mount Fuji. Oh, I could even wonder if I could use it as her eye. Sort of does work as an eyelash. Oh, it's very gold. It's just very big drag lashes. I suppose I could have used that one, but why? Why have one Mount Fuji when you can have 50? Just add another one. And just because I have them, oh, I've got to add those foods. I've got my little geisha stickers here. Oh, they're so cute. Seeing living, breathing geisha was just too much for me. Just oh, loved it so much. Oh, she might be raining geisha here. Oh, there's a little geisha there too. I've got to use these little stickers up, so why not? Go back to my little food page. See, this is not working at all. Like, I've got my little mushroom stamp there, it's just not. And this I've got present for you. That's not working. But what about if I, you know, really did something a bit more? Oh, well, no, let's do something traditional. This means big, and this is like, don't be so big, don't be so fat or something. It's like a funny, all of these like little jokey sayings. And that die means large and in charge. So I'm just, there's 2 little stickers in each one, so I'll just... Oh, and Debbie, I bought you a present. Oh, we'll get to it eventually. Maybe when I do my haul video. I couldn't find the cat, just FYI. I couldn't find the cat calligraphy pen, glass tip pen, but I found something even better. And just one by one of my favourite illustrators, Japanese illustrators. See, I think this could be kind of cool. So I've started some little illustrations, so that's about... Oh, I didn't do it straight, oh well. But this is just very Japanese looking. I think they suit whatever's going on here. It's journaling, it's not actually art. It's just... these are from a hand-printed little shop, print shop, where I got the little postcards. This is about being beautiful inside and out from memory. I can't quite remember. I just like the look of it. So that's why we're doing this. I just love the look of Japanese kanji. Chinese, Japanese, it's just it's so sculptural. Yeah, these are handmade because I can see the where it's impressed, like it's stamped in. Huh, cool. So I still have one left in each little packet. This has got something to do with be strong or be clever. Maybe be curious because the cat, I don't know. Even though these are all drawings from a temple, it's just about my experience. So this is going to have to go. It just doesn't... See how it does this to the paper? But I could do that and then put that there. Yeah, I don't like it there. It wasn't part of that experience. Ugh, this paper. Present for you. It's a very nice shop to go to, I know that. Oh, I've got to do the food for that one too. Oh, there's so much to do. And of course I could be doing more drawing, painting, whatever, but to be honest, buying stickers is one of the joys of life. Matte coated paper, daily deco sticker. Well, we loved the green matcha. I had those wherever I could go, wherever I could get one. And, oh, not the little dried skids, but anything with a strawberry, I'm there. Oh, love a bento box. I might do these in between the little things. Oh, we love a bit of sushis, little inaris. Had an inari burger on the airport on the way back. Oh my goodness. Instead of having a little tiny bit of chicken in it, that was the major component. It was just so good. Oh, I love a little egg. I might use that for something else though. Oh, I just had a memory of something. Just had such a good time. Oh, Biru reminds me of Kirsten because she loved having a beer. Oh, Matt reminds me of... I wish they had the little chicken nuggets. Oh, we had those plenty of times. Oh, they're so cute. No. Yeah, should I pop the little cat here? local, limited. Even the sticker on the bag is kind of cool. Oh, I can't get it off. Water and UV ray protected. Oh. It's got a little map of Japan on it, so I wanna. Even add just a little bit of paint, let that have a bit of room. Oh, I've got all this space. What do I want to save that and put it on something else? The world is full of mysteries. I just kind of like it. But what I will, if I'm going to put it there, just trim off. So we've got all of these people, and then we've got all of these people. Oh, I might even like that. Where else could I? We'll have a quick little look through, just in case there's somewhere else. No. Well, I might do these together. Might make this my Takashi day. Oh, but I do like that. Like, that's all crazy. Kind of like that there, actually. So this is one of my stamps, but it doesn't need to stay there. It was just something I put there at the very beginning. Did I want to use this somewhere else? I bought it to put it in my journal. In fact, I could even put it here. Oh, I love my little birdies there, though. And this, I might do all the inks that I've bought. I didn't buy that many, but I'll work it out. Oh, it was such a good day this day. Oh, maybe it will be with her. Okay. Done. We made the decision. It's happened. And I think that's the name of the exhibition. So I'm going to put that. Hey, Joanne, how you going? Lavender matcha. Never heard of it. Lavender matcha. Oh, sounds nice. I just love green. Green matcha. Yeah. Kimono Art Workshop. Oh, it was such a lovely day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really want to try and use up as many of these boobly bubblies as I can, because otherwise they're just going to be hanging around for no reason. Look how cute these little illustrations. See, that looks very pretty in here. So that's from the Kimono Workshop day. So maybe that'll be this the magic of that. The frog doesn't need to be there. I like the little frog, but these were just little practice cards for techniques that we were working on. So maybe I could just keep that one, but I like this in there. So I could stick that down, or I could make that little flappity flapper like I did for the other one. And let's use this tape. Oh, it helps if things are straight, love. And just continue it over. So that just gets a nice little kickstart there. But if we want it to flap open, I would need to flap that like that. Pull off this, or cut off that excess, and then put more tape over that bit. It just makes a nice little strong hinge. But I do have some Kyoto tape. Here it is. Do I do this? Oh, do I do this one? Look at this tape. Oh, so flipping cute. It's Kyoto. Love everything on the planet, okay? So I've got a little bit of silk stockings in here, one of the Skinny Dip inks. This is the paper, and it is what it is. It's absorbent. So we just walk in knowledge of that. Then it's going to bleed out a little bit, not stay precise, and that's okay. Let's get... Oh, this is going to be a bit darker. Let's see. Is soft focus. I'm just going to put a bit of it here first. So this is a very soft pink. It's really good for faces, for layering up and getting those more gradual transitions. It's such a soft pink colour. We'll also have to let things dry to really see how they're going to finish up. Oh, I might have greeny gold eyes. This is Tippy Toes. Add a little bit of this colour up in here as well. So when we got there, we weren't expecting that. I almost thought there would be no cherry blossoms left. But we were blessed with a cold spell before we got there, and that was all over. It was beautiful weather when we were there. But there had been an unseasonable cold spell, and it pushed all of the cherry blossoms opening back 2 weeks. So we, unfortunately, the people that were lucky enough to be there when they should have blossomed, according to predictions, they didn't. They were in full swing the day we got there. And they started falling about 5 days after, 3, 4, 5 days after that. And it just, every stage is just so beautiful. I just felt really privileged to just not just witness it for myself, but just to see how the Japanese people just love them so much. I know they're in other parts of the world too, but oh, it's just so, it's really special. Oh, she's so cute. This is Ruby Tuesday from the Skinny Dips, the new one. No, I'm back from Japan. Yep. Yes, I'm already back, Oh, yum. I have to try that, Debbie. When I'm picking stuff up, yeah, sort of. When I'm picking things out in the store, you know, like there's 1,000 designs, and I was ignoring stickers, to be honest, because I'd really spent hours and hours looking at them, and I was only there in August last year. And I thought, how they'd have, surely they haven't got all, new stickers. And so I kind of made myself ignore them. And because I was traveling with my friend, she's not into stationery like I am. She's into it a little bit, but not crazy like me. So I was really trying to, get through what I needed to do quickly. So I just thought, no stickers. And then she came to the counter and she'd been in the stickers, and I mean, there's something about stickers, don't show me stickers. Anyway, so I was over there while she was paying, and anything, like I said, to do with art supply stickers, I always collect. So it's like just a collection, and I don't even really use them. I collect them. I like them. So this was about artists, and this is little art. I think I already have this set, but I got it anyway. So those, and then I just nab up things that I think might be really cute and might work, like the Mount Fuji's, or just things that I like, and or if it has nice papers, or so I don't really. I suppose part of my mind must be, but I don't have time to be planning things out. I'm there with other people, or if I'm travelling with Angus, my husband, he doesn't want to be standing in the sticker store all day either. So I grab it because I think, wow, okay, that's gorgeous. I love that. Something about the colours. I love good design. But that's all very personal as well. You know, what one person thinks is good design, might not appeal to someone else, but I love it when I can see that the designer loved what they were doing, because I love what I do, and I hope that it shows in what I do, So, the person calling this enlightened red, and the little shape of the thing, and there's a little divot here which probably has a purpose, so you can tell where to open it from to get the optimum flow or something, and then this little flared bottle funnel, and the little sakura on the top. I just love it all. So I notice things like that. So when I'm looking at stickers or whatever it is, if I sense that the designer has really enjoyed themselves and brought something of themselves almost to the table, like it's just, I can't resist it. I suppose I'm looking for those sorts of moments. Because then it's not just stuff, it's has a purpose. It's got resonance. Do you know what was quite funny? We saw a geisha walk right past me, or a Mako or Gaiko, and Mako or Gaiko, and she walked straight by, and she went into this place, and they're very quiet and demure when they're walking along, but when she got in, there was this raucous laughing, and not raucous is the wrong word, but great enjoyment was flooding out onto the street from the inside of the tea house. And I think it was the arrival of her, so it was either her, she just was, they're entertainers, as in, they're like the life of the party and charismatic, and I don't know if loud is the right word, but I think it might be much different to what I sort of in my mind might imagine. It's all just very refined and bowing and just playing music. I think it might be very, very charismatic. The people might be very charismatic, because certainly everyone came out laughing, and all the guests that had been inside, and when everyone was waiting for her, it was just really cool. There are many mysteries, so this obviously she can't be, she might be an off-duty geisha because she hasn't got the white paint on the hair, so maybe she's just normal lady. Or maybe she's someone dressing up. Or maybe she's me waiting and watching and hoping to see these rare, beautiful moments, creatures, people. Oh, I just got a twinge of hunger that made me talk about it. Oh, I like her. I like the little layers that we've got happening here, and these are like little good luck amulets that are placed on the cherry blossom trees in spring, and these are the buds. It's like a little, and this was the kimono designer. We went and did the little course with, and there was a little packet with the name on it. There it is. So this would be, maybe this is me designing my kimono. No, let's rip it. I'll cut it first. And that's the name of the place. I just booked it on a booking portal called Collage. I just was looking for little art things to do while we were there, so we made a journal. I wanted to make sumi ink, but that was because it's the busiest time of year, we couldn't get in, and even though I tried months ago. So I could put this under here as part of that, or I could make a little collage, but I might pop it under there for now. I can always pull it off if I need to, especially if I stick it down with a little bit of cuteness. I can read one kanji, and that's dai, and that's that one. D-A-I. Oh, that is so cute. That would make really like cute book covers too, wouldn't it? So yes, that is my little, it's not my haul, it's not my collection as yet. But I am going to have to put these back in their full set soon. So, actually no, they're going to live there for that, because in May there's a little surprise coming up. Now, when you are any metallic, pearlescent, shimmering watercolours, if you let them activate, and all will benefit from just those extra minutes of activation. They all like that. So even though you can use it like this, it needs a little bit more time. It'll be even more beautiful. Oh, I can show you this while I'm waiting for those to activate. Oh, wait a minute, before that, it's got a mixing ball in it, so that's how you know you're meant to shake it. That one doesn't have a mixing ball in it. This one does. Oh, I wish I'd gotten all the colours now, but you know, you need to leave something for next time. This ink isn't as fluid as this one. This takes a little bit longer to dry, but it has that metallic element to it. I might turn these into little flowers. Not every blossom we saw was a cherry blossom. It's just they're the famous ones, I guess. There were all sorts of azaleas were coming out, rhododendrons. There were other, I think they were called redbuds or something, Chinese redbud was starting to come out. I'm not a flower expert, I'm a flower appreciator. Just in the same way that I'm not a cook, but I love and appreciate people who can. Very much. Let's give her a little glistening pink. It's all this paper is telling me it's had enough poking at it. I'll tidy that up at some point. Wash that out of my brush. And then that will have a little bit of a glisten. There's my little, still got space to pop something there. Space to do more things, like to add more of my experiences and bits and pieces there. Oh, I love this Godzilla sticker. The evolution of Godzilla. Unidentified giant creature. The second form, the third form, the fourth form. Where he got real big Godzilla. Oh, this was a sticker off a street, the Denticle. Might have to turn her into someone eating street food, me. I do have a bunch of other Godzilla stickers in another journal. I didn't have this one, so I might have it. Oh, and one of my other little cute things, I'll leave you with this. I found this. I love this store. It's in the markets. And this artist, I'll show you tomorrow, but I want to set this up. So this is a little tiny amulet bag, and we saw these sorts of things around and about at shrines and temples. You can buy them. You can leave them to be blessed by the monks, and then you write your little wish or your prayer in here, and then you leave it there. But I love the little lady with all of her citrus fruits. So here's the little wish paper. So I might put my little wish on there later. And then these are some different little, you can put other little things in the bag. So these little stones are just different little, have different meanings, each little one. And the lady marked them on here. So I got mainly ones that had to do with creativity. So I've got Amazonite, said to increase the imagination. I've got Aqua Aura Crystal, help align the mind, body, spirit, enhance the power of expression and creativity, recommended for work and artists who use imagination. So that's the Aqua Aura Crystal, that's these little tiny ones there. She hasn't written down, she hasn't ticked all the ones. She's got some of them. Oh, maybe she has. Red Tiger Eye, said to improve decision making, leadership and help leading your career to success, improve everything, bring prosperity. Rose Quartz, known to enrich the mind, recommended for working women. I thought, oh, that's nice. Rose Tiger Eye, improve your connection with people, is recommended for career women. I also just got it because it's gorgeous. And Ruby, I think, is this one. Sympathizes love, energy, passion, enhances charisma, can be used as a lucky charm for work and romance for women. So I've got all of these gorgeous little things. Oh, I think I got those ones, 2 extra ones for my friends, and I need to put those in their little amulets. But I can put all my little things. And this was a special stone that, again, was to do with imagination and creativity and artists and so forth. that I can put them in there, and the whole idea is all of those properties will infiltrate and come to fruition, bring imagination and whatever the other things were. Well, it seems to be working already. Oh, I'm feeling very imaginative and very decisive. And then I can just hang it. You could travel with it in your little bag. But again, even if it's just to set your intention, and it's just darned cute. And I love having this, so I might have to somehow, I'll have to stick this in here somewhere, won't I? Because I love having all of the, knowing how to charge the crystals, and ooh, could be fun having the crystals plopping out of there, and put the colours, oh, maybe that could be kind of cool, you know. I might do the crystals, the colours with other inks, and just write out, spilling out of it, what the little qualities were. That could be kind of fun, but I won't bore you with that now. But yes, this is just a way for me to keep my little trip going for a bit, as I remember just some of the moments that I spent. And then you get that little flush of memory when you use some of the little things you might have picked up along the way. Let me have a little look at questions. Hey, colourful paint, how you going? Yes, Sarah Slidish loves the gemstones. They're so cute. They were like tons and tons of all these little, they had different sizes, but I wanted little tiny, tiny ones so I could put them in my little bag here. I might add more over time too. Next time I go, add a few more. I've got the little list there. I could even work out what it is that I want. So anyway, that's been my little trip, and starting to add a little bit more zhuzh to the journal, just because I've got this open and this has been activating. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this pigment pebble down, bring some of this green into the page. Looking forward to making this type of thing, but with my paper too. Oh, look at these gorgeous colours. It's not about the destination, it's about the journal. But for me, it's not so much that the journal has to be exquisite or anything like that, because it's not going to be. But it's just helping me anticipate and prolong the beautiful trip that I had. It might be glowing gold. Oop. I had a golden time. Sorry, I started painting with the gold and disappeared into it for a little bit. That gold does that to me. Funnily enough, not gold paint does it, not actual gold. Like gold jewellery. I'm not really a jewellery person, obviously. I don't have my wedding ring on or anything. Just because I don't want to get paint all over things. I like to have my hands free. So that will be just another little something else for another day. Oh, wow, I just had such a little crap. Well, thank you, my friends. I'm going to have some more fun now tomorrow. I might be back again to go. I've got to go through my little haul so that I can then put everything away, you see. So I might do a little, might see you again tomorrow if you want to join me. And yes, so yeah, travel's always wonderful, whether it is around the corner to a coffee shop or, you know, halfway across the world. I don't know if I can, well, it's to a different hemisphere for me anyway. So it's always lovely to be back though. And I've got little Zorro. He went in for his surgery and didn't end up happening. He had a sick tummy, so that's all been put off. Luckily, because his shaved leg, I should show you him. Hey, Zozzy. See if he comes. Zoz. He's sleeping out there. Zozzy. Zozzy. So obedient. He's got a total nudie bum on one leg. Oh, here he, oh, is that Poppy? No, Zozzy, come on. Come and show everyone your nudie bum. Oh, I've got it. I'll see if I can grab him because it looks so funny and it's bothering him so much. Come here, darling. Oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, you've got your doodle out. Excellent. So, apologies in advance. His little duty he's got his lipstick out. Anyway, so this is Zorro normally, Fluff Ball. Oh, he looks huge. Fluff Ball, sorry. So this is Zorro usually, Fluff Ball, and this is his nudie bum. Look at his little chicken leg. It's all shaved off so he can have a little knee operation here. But look, there's his bum, woohoo. So he's hates it. He just can't get used to it. So it's actually, if there's a silver lining, it's that he will get used to it and then he'll have the operation. So he's already used to the fact that there's something going on with this leg before he has his little op. And dear little man, he's really liking all the extra attention. Mwah. Bye. Go and do some art. Bye-bye.